The latest test power rankings have sparked plenty of discussion across the rugby world, but one thing stands out above everything else. The international game is entering an exciting new chapter. After 3 rounds of the 2026 Nations Championship in the Southern Hemisphere, every major nation has revealed something about its current identity, whether it is rebuilding, chasing consistency, or proving genuine title credentials. At the very top of the rankings, the Springboks continue to set the standard, while New Zealand, France, and Ireland remain close behind, creating what could become one of the most competitive eras in modern Test rugby. The tournament has not only delivered entertaining matches but has also provided valuable clues about where each team stands ahead of the busy international calendar. Starting from the bottom of the rankings, Wales may still occupy 10th place, but their campaign has been far more encouraging than the numbers alone suggest. Since Steve Tandy took charge, the focus has been on long-term improvement rather than instant success, and there are genuine signs that the team is beginning to move in the right direction. A victory over Fiji gave supporters something to celebrate, especially considering how difficult wins against top-level opposition have become in recent seasons. Although they later suffered defeats to Argentina and the Springboks, the performances showed greater resilience and structure than many expected. Their loss to South Africa was naturally disappointing, but compared with the heavy defeat they experienced against the same opposition less than 2 years ago, the progress is clear. It may still take time before Wales return to competing regularly with the world's elite, but this tournament has offered their supporters reasons to remain optimistic. Just above them sit Japan, whose campaign can be viewed as one of the positive stories of the championship. The Brave Blossoms arrived as one of the invited nations, yet they quickly demonstrated why they deserved their place. Their opening victory over Italy showed confidence, discipline, and attacking ambition. Even though they narrowly lost to Ireland, they pushed one of the world's strongest teams much harder than many predicted. Against France, they again displayed moments of genuine quality despite ending on the losing side. More importantly, Japan appeared organized, energetic, and confident in their style of rugby, suggesting they are rebuilding towards becoming a dangerous opponent once again. Their performances throughout the tournament proved they are capable of challenging established nations and continuing to grow on the international stage. Argentina occupy 8th place, and perhaps no team leaves the tournament with more mixed emotions. Under Felipe Contepemi, the Pumas had built considerable momentum over the previous year, collecting memorable victories and earning widespread praise for their fearless approach. Expectations were therefore understandably high entering this championship. Unfortunately for Argentina, they were unable to build on that momentum. Defeats against both Scotland and England highlighted areas where consistency is still missing, while victory over Wales was viewed by many as the minimum expectation rather than a defining achievement. Despite the disappointment, Argentina possess enough talent and experience to recover quickly. Their aggressive playing style, physical intensity, and willingness to attack remain valuable strengths, and with several important fixtures still ahead this season, they have every opportunity to climb back towards the top tier of international rugby. Australia may have experienced a campaign filled with contrasting emotions, yet there are encouraging signs beneath the surface. Following a difficult run before the Nations Championship, simply becoming more competitive was an important objective. Although defeats against Ireland and France extended their struggles, the performances themselves were far stronger than previous results suggested. Rather than being comfortably beaten, Australia remained competitive throughout long periods of both matches. They eventually finished their campaign in spectacular fashion with a convincing victory over Italy, scoring freely and displaying the attacking confidence supporters have been waiting to see. As the team prepares for a new era under incoming coach Les Kiss, this tournament may ultimately be remembered as an important step in rebuilding belief within the squad. Ranked 6th, England also leave the championship with reasons for optimism. Earlier in the year, consecutive defeats had increased pressure on head coach Steve Borthwick, making this competition especially important. Although they began with a loss against the powerful Springboks, England responded impressively. A dominant victory over Fiji demonstrated their attacking potential, while an important win away to Argentina highlighted improved composure in difficult conditions. Beyond the results themselves, perhaps the biggest positive was the noticeable improvement in England's attacking structure. The team looked more creative, more confident, and considerably sharper with the ball than they had during the Six Nations. The next challenge will be maintaining that progress and proving these improvements can be sustained against the strongest opponents later in the year. Moving into the top 5, Scotland continued to strengthen their reputation as one of international rugby's most dangerous teams. Under Gregor Townsend,
Scotland appeared to have rediscovered both confidence and consistency. Their opening victory over Argentina carried additional significance after previous disappointments against the same opposition, while their competitive display against the Springboks showed they are capable of challenging even the world's #1 side. They completed the tournament with a determined comeback victory over Fiji, demonstrating both resilience and belief. Across all 3 matches, Scotland played with greater freedom and attacking ambition, suggesting that the progress made during the Six Nations has continued rather than faded. Their supporters will undoubtedly believe this group is capable of competing for major honors if this upward trajectory continues. 4th place belongs to Ireland, whose tournament largely confirmed their position among rugby's elite. Their opening victory over Australia required patience and determination after trailing at halftime, highlighting the experience that continues to define Andy Farrell's squad. A heavily rotated lineup then defeated Japan, allowing several emerging players to gain valuable international experience without sacrificing results. Their only defeat came against New Zealand, a result that naturally left disappointment given the high expectations surrounding the fixture. Even so, winning 2 of 3 tests while continuing to expand squad depth represents a productive campaign overall. Ireland remain one of the most complete teams in World Rugby, but the challenge now is finding another level if they hope to consistently overcome the very best nations. 3rd-ranked France may have produced one of the most impressive stories of the entire tournament. Before the championship even began, much of the conversation focused on the number of established stars who were unavailable for selection. Instead of struggling without those household names, France showcased the remarkable strength of their player development system. Victories over Australia and Japan, combined with an extremely competitive performance against New Zealand, demonstrated that French rugby possesses extraordinary depth. Experienced figures such as Maxime Lucu, Romain Tamak, Mathieu Jalibert, Theo Adesogbe, and Emmanuel Meafou stepped forward alongside newer faces, ensuring the team remained highly competitive throughout the tournament. The biggest message may not simply be that France remains strong today,
but that their future appears equally bright. With so many world-class players available across multiple positions, they are likely to remain among the favorites in every major competition for years to come. Only one team finished ahead of France, and that was New Zealand, whose first campaign under Dave Rennie could hardly have unfolded more positively. Every match appeared to show another level of improvement. They began by defeating France before comfortably overcoming Italy, and then produced an outstanding display against Ireland to close the tournament. Perhaps the most noticeable difference under Rennie has been the team's attacking philosophy. Rather than relying primarily on territorial kicking and structured pressure, New Zealand embraced quicker ball movement, greater attacking intent, and a willingness to keep possession alive. The result was an impressive scoring record that reflected both confidence and creativity. More importantly, the players appeared fully committed to the new approach despite having only a short period together. If this level of improvement continues, the All Blacks will undoubtedly remain one of the biggest threats to every major title over the coming seasons. Yet despite New Zealand's excellent campaign, the number one position belongs comfortably to the Springboks, who once again demonstrated why they are widely regarded as the benchmark in international rugby. Under Rassie Erasmus, South Africa combined remarkable squad depth with consistently outstanding performances across all three tests. The coaching staff rotated an extraordinary number of players, introduced several debutants, and still maintained exceptional standards throughout the tournament. Their attack looked faster, more creative, and increasingly unpredictable, while their traditional strengths in the scrum, physical contest, and defensive organization remained firmly intact. Scoring more than 40 points per match while also maintaining one of the competition's strongest defensive records illustrates just how balanced this team has become. Perhaps even more impressive is the fact that these achievements came despite several experienced players being unavailable through injury, including captain Sia Kolisi. Rather than weakening the team, those absences simply created opportunities for new players to contribute, highlighting the extraordinary depth currently available to South African rugby. As attention now shifts towards the next phase of the international season, these rankings provide more than just a snapshot of current form. They reveal a global game filled with emerging talent, evolving tactics, and increasingly competitive rivalries. The Springboks remain the team everyone wants to beat. New Zealand appear revitalized under fresh leadership. France continue building extraordinary depth. Ireland remain consistently competitive, and several other nations are steadily closing the gap. While rankings naturally change over time, the 2026 Nations Championship has confirmed one important truth. International rugby has rarely looked stronger or more unpredictable. Every upcoming test now carries even greater significance, because the race to become the world's leading rugby nation is far from over, and judging by everything we have witnessed this month, the battles still to come promise to be every bit as compelling as those we have already enjoyed.